everyone, it's Ava, and today I'm at the House of Blues in San Diego for Tunes for Tots, benefiting the Make-A-Wish Foundation with
Katia, Nicole, and you're watching On the Spot Interviews.
Well, it's great to see you again. It's been a while, hasn't it?
It has been a while. I think the last time I saw you was at Josh Feldman's party, huh?
Yes. Oh, well, I said hi at the Valentine's Bash, but then the carpet got crazy.
And you couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
That's right. So it's been since February, and it's already almost July. That's a long time.
Way too long, right?
Yeah.
So I recently saw your music video for The Girl Can't Help It. I loved it.
Thank you. It was fun. It was fun filming it.
Was that your first time working with Gabe from IM5? Or I know you both lived in Miami. Did you know him before?
I've known him since I was like 8, around there. So we used to dance together, and we were always partners for dances. But then he moved out here, and he kind of left me behind. I'm just kidding. But I moved out here in January, as you know, so I'm permanently living here. And I hadn't seen Gabe for like 3-4 years, you know. So I saw him for the first time at the Mint in like February, or way back then. And he saw me, he was like, whoa. And so we used him for the music video because I already knew who he was, and we were already kind of, you know, we already knew each other. So it was just like a fun video to shoot, and it was very awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's obviously very successful. It's on like Vivo with like Katy Perry and all those. What was your like initial reaction when you saw that?
Well, I was actually watching Emblem 3's new video, Chloe. And I was like, okay, let's see what the recommendations are. So I looked, and mine was the 4th video on Vivo. I'm like, what the heck? So I called my manager, and I'm like, Michelle, what is going on? My video is on Vivo. And she goes, I know, surprise. So it was like, I was so surprised that my video is actually on Vivo. Right now it has over 200,000 views. We've only had it out for a couple of months. I'm like super happy about it. It's been getting placed everywhere. It's going to be in subway stations and in stores where you shop. The music will be playing, and it's just gonna be, there's so many things happening with this one song, and in 1 or 2 months I'll record another song and another video. Right, I'm really excited. Once you know you have your first video on Vivo, all of your other videos will be on Vivo. So I'm really excited. Maybe the next one Vivo will like it, and they will be like, hey, this is Katia Nicole, and we like her last video, so let's put her new video on. So let's hope that happens.
I'm sure it will. You're amazing.
Thank you.
So you're actually here supporting your friends, J City. What's your favorite song by them?
Make It Rain.
Me too. I just heard it, and I'm like, oh.
Yes, I've known them for a little bit, since like November. I kind of met them at Ariana Stone's party, and we kind of touched base in November and December before I moved out here. And so Jasmine was the one who's like, hey, you want to come out to see our show? I'm like, yes. So I drove 3 hours for them. And then whenever they're not performing at an event that I'm performing at, they need to come to support me.
Of course. So you're also an actress. Anything new with that?
Yes, I just got booked for a pilot show for NBC, and it is a reality show, and my acting manager, well, not Michelle, it's another acting manager aside from the music, that she called me in for a casting one day. She goes, hey, there's a reality show going on, you should go out for the casting. I'm like, okay. So I went in, and they didn't have me do any lines or anything. They had me come in, and they were interviewing me, and you know, it was just like a 30-minute talk. Every girl was in 5-10 minutes, and I was in there for like 30 minutes. I'm like, okay, though, that's a pretty good outcome, you know? So I came out, and then a couple of days later, I was only supposed to be booked for 1 episode. So I'm like, okay, 1 episode's great. And so 2 weeks after that, they call me, and they're like, hey, you're gonna be the main girl in the pilot. I'm like, okay. So it's like a reality show about how girls and guys want to make it into the business. And so on September 28th, we're filming our first episode at Michelle's event. It's going to be something on September 28th.
Well, then I'm definitely going to that.
Yes, you need to, because it's going to be huge. It's going to be me, Brooklyn Haley, probably J City, and a bunch of other performers that are awesome. So you should go. It's going to be awesome. I'll be filming my first episode on that night. So if you would be there to support my filming of my first episode for my new pilot on NBC, you should be there, and I would love that.
Well, I will do my absolute best to come.
Thank you.
So lastly, can we just have all your social media? I know I ask you every time.
Yes, okay. So my Facebook is facebook.com/Katia Nicole, like always. My Instagram is @IamKatia Nicole, and my Twitter is @Katia Nicole. And am I missing anything else? Oh, my YouTube. My YouTube is Katia Nicole Vivo in big letters. I'm so excited. Yes, I have a kick. It is I am Katia Nicole. There you go.
Well, thank you so much. We're following each other on everything,
Yes.
but I'll spread the word for others to follow you. And it was so great seeing you.
It was nice seeing you too. It's been such a long time.
I know. I was so happy. I'm like, is that Katia?
Yes, it is me.